Guys, welcome to or welcome back to Exposed, and if I'm welcoming you back and you like it here, I'd love it if you stayed and subbed. I am so tired today that I just cannot get motivated to do anything. But what I have been doing is scrolling shite on YouTube, as you do. I follow The Sun. I don't know why. There was a reason I clicked to follow them. There was a story at the time. And I've just gone to my, what do they call it, your home page. And all I can see is Jay Slater's mum. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. This after he's been found. She's going around doing interviews, going on and on and on and on. Right, for those of you that don't know the story, Jay Slater, young lad, that's him there, was he 18, 19, went on his first holiday abroad with his mates to the energy rave thing in, where was he? Spain? Anywho, he went on holiday with a load of friends, and then, for some reason, after a night partying and taking drugs, went in a car with two men to an Airbnb loads of miles away from where he was staying, got up the next morning, sent a message to a friend, said, I don't know where I am, and I've cut myself on a cactus, because rather than waiting for the bus, he decided he was going to walk, which was miles, and he went missing. There was loads of conspiracy theories and things going on at the time. Right, so the second he went missing, his friend started a GoFundMe. Let me just check. And all the time, people were searching for him. His mum went over, his dad went over, and his brother, I think, to try and find him. And so far, £72,641 has been raised. Da-da-da-da-da. Is it saying where it was? Is it Tenerife? Anyway. So, his friend started this GoFundMe straight away. Ding, 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 ding. She phoned the police right away. Ding, 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 ding. Why? If your mate phoned you up and said, I'm hungover to fuck, I'm walking, and I've just cut myself on a cactus, you'd have said, go back to the bus stop, you knob, and stop complaining. But his phone was out of charge, so that was all he could say, apparently. Anyway, the whole thing just doesn't sit right with me at all. And everyone was like, why did he go to the Airbnb? Who were the two blokes? Turns out they were drug dealers. There was a story that he was being taken on as a drug dealer and he fucked up and lost the drugs and they thought he'd been killed and given concrete underpants. Then there was another story. Then there was another story. Then there was another story. Anyway, and a TikToker who spends his time looking for lost people went out to try and find him. Then, sadly, 2 weeks later, his body was found in the area where hadn't gone missing, but was trying to walk home. His parents weren't allowed to see him because of the decomposition. And his mother said she would use the GoFundMe money to give him the send-off he deserved. Anyway, his funeral was the other day. He had a big horse-drawn glass carriage with the dogs, I was going to say then, with the horses with the big feathers on and the whole 9 yards. And then afterwards they had like a tent or a marquee, and they had rave music, and they said she was dancing with his friend. Oh, are they showing it there? Yeah. Oh no, that's him. But she was dancing at the funeral wake, blah blah blah. That doesn't bother me, her dancing at the wake. I mean, I've been to a lot of Irish wakes. It's a mass party. That's what happens. You're celebrating their life. What I do not, and also, this is the worst thing that can happen to any mother. I hold my hand up and say, my heart goes out to her, because losing your child has to be the worst thing to ever happen. But they found him. She had a huge GoFundMe to cover the return fare or whatever, his funeral, the whole bit, blah blah blah. Now she's out doing fucking interviews, not just one, with the Sun newspaper and whoever else. And it's like, I'm sorry, if I just buried my child, I can't even, it makes me go cold saying that sentence. The last thing I would be doing is having fucking interviews with people. And she wonders why half the internet think it's all a con. This sort of stuff doesn't help. Plus, another fact, she's trying to say he wasn't what everybody made him out. Go fund me hell. Jay Slater's mum, plagued by false claims family stole from 72,000 GoFundMe. I'll play that in a minute. It's only a couple of minutes. But what was I going to say? Yeah, he, with a group of friends, had beaten a boy to the point that his skull was showing. And he was, I don't know if he was jailed, but he was given community service and something else, blah de blah. And now she's trying to make him sound like the sun shone out of his arse. At least be honest. So that's why a lot of people didn't like him, didn't like the fuss that was being made on him, all the rest of it, because it's like, you nearly killed a boy and you're out in celebrating in thing the minute your tag's taken off or your whatever. I don't know what they gave him so long that he wasn't allowed to do anything, and his time had ended up, so he went on holiday and to celebrate. The whole story to me is just weird. Shall we see what this one's about?
I don't know who looks after these TikTok accounts.
Sorry, as always, I watch everything on double speed.
I don't know who looks after these TikTok accounts, I don't, but there really, really needs to be some kind of law. Because they're all sat there ripping me to pieces about a GoFundMe, that money is, I've not gone out and bought myself this, but that money is being put to use in regards to his repatriation and things like that. I mean, I were speaking to the people. I said, because I said, there's all these people who were slagging me off about a GoFundMe that I didn't ask for. I said, so I don't want to use it. They've been.
Oh, I didn't want to use it, but yeah, I remember seeing you say, keep giving to the GoFundMe, it's really helping. There was a target, 30,000. Why did they need 30,000? Okay, but now it's at 72. Why don't they stop it when it hits its target? Why are they still making... I don't understand. There is no way his funeral cost £72,000. And the only thing I can think is every time I see his brother, if you know, so you can only see half his face there, but he reminds me of a snooker player, and now I've forgotten his name. He's in the park. Judd Trump. He looks like Judd Trump, the snooker player. Anyway, this whole story is the story that won't go away. I've seen families lose their children in tragic circumstances and never get this much publicity or help. And then she's there, all these horrible people on TikTok are saying this, that and the other. Well, I'm sure if I was in the position of trying to find my child in a foreign country, I wouldn't give a fuck what the TikTokers were saying. And I certainly wouldn't be on TikTok answering them. I don't know. What do you lot think? I just think this whole thing is weird. That's the only word I can think of, is weird. There's just something not quite right about it all. I mean, somebody else said there were so many missing boys at the time he was missing, and no, they didn't get any TV time or newspaper time. His story, you couldn't get away from it. I mean, it's tragic. He went on his first foreign holiday and he died. That's horrible. I do feel for her losing her baby boy. But the way she's reacting, it's just... Is it just me? Am I a cynic? I don't know. Let me know what you think.